What's up, Soul Family? Coming at you with another collective reading. If you are looking for messages from your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, any or all of the above, then I might have something for you. I believe that our guides can even be something along the lines of like fictional characters because the multiverse is very expansive and you never know where we can draw wisdom from. If you wanted a one-on-one reading, you can directly message me or do so through the link tree. The first reading will be $20. It's up to 20 minutes. You can ask as many questions as you want during that time frame. And if it doesn't resonate, then I'll simply refund you. Now, that being said, I'm going to do the tea leaves and we're going to jump right in. I feel like these kind of help guide the reading. So hopefully it kind of makes focusing, or I guess the message a little bit easier. You know, sometimes it can be the opposite, but you never know. So we have bear, and bear has danger, especially in money matters. And then pale, time to get out of a situation. And then with fox, we have shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So I think whoever this is for, I feel like the message is pretty clear. It's like maybe you're in some kind of business venture, maybe you're working on something, maybe there is something that you are trying to, like a project you're trying to put together, or even if it's just like work in general. I feel like whatever it is, it's like where you're doing it or like how you're doing it, I think it's maybe not the most efficient way. Maybe there's a call to kind of like reform it. Or maybe if it's not the matter of it not being efficient, then maybe you're working with people who are not, I guess, the most trustworthy, and maybe it's a call to kind of like detach and move away from them. Yeah, so the magician popping out would definitely be pointing towards like you being somebody who's definitely really skilled, and like whatever this business venture is, I don't think you necessarily need other individuals to help you. Maybe it's something along the lines of like you started off with them, but then things didn't necessarily work out the way we intended. So now it's kind of like time to bail. Maybe they don't have the best business sense. Maybe there are like disagreements with how you should be running the business and managing it. There could be anything really. But I think in some shape and form, like whenever there are warnings in tarot, it's usually to prevent something from happening. So if you get the warning, then it's a sign to change something that you're doing so you can experience something better. So I think in whatever capacity it's wherever you are now with whatever you're working on, I think it's a call to change and shift, move it away, or kind of like be very mindful of like the resources you have like as you are working on it. Okay, so then the Sun card and the Nine of Wands, I definitely say that whatever's going to happen, like it's not going to be. I think the outcome is overall going to be positive. The Sun card pops out like when things are going to work out. I think maybe it's been like a really strenuous journey. Maybe you've been like exhausted trying to get whatever this is off the ground and putting your effort and emotions towards it. But I think it is going to work out well. It's just a matter of kind of like enduring this last little bit while things kind of form. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune has a lot to do with, like, there are ups and downs, and sometimes there are external influences that kind of curve or kind of push us away from being able to fully act on whatever business plans or endeavors or intentions that we have. So maybe you've been trying to do something and it seems like the odds are against you. And maybe this is just like another sign that, okay, maybe this particular business venture isn't the best. Maybe the way you're approaching it isn't the best. Maybe it's just a call to shift how you are doing something. So for whatever it is, the King of Wands pops out. It's popping up because you are very skilled. You have the capacity, you have the leadership qualities, and you have the mind and the vision that's needed to execute this properly. The King of Wands and then the Magician on top of it, both coming out, will be pointing towards you being able to, or having everything that you need to shift the narrative and to shift what you want the way that you need it. So I wouldn't be worried about this warning. I would just take it as like, okay, maybe I need to do something different, and that's simply all it is. I'm going to pull one more card and we'll do the bottom of the deck. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So maybe you're also being called to, with the Queen of Cups, maybe you're being called to be kind and compassionate to yourself, but also like use your like intuition to kind of navigate through the situation. Like sometimes when we're going through really difficult things, it's always very easy to kind of blame ourselves or to think, we did this wrong, we did that wrong. But I think the Queen of Cups many times it points towards handling things with emotional intelligence and handling things with grace and trusting that you are doing what you can and not to beat yourself up over any perceived losses or stagnancy, because sometimes it's just a part of the journey to get to where you got to get to, especially if you're doing a business or you're working to build something. So I would try my best to allow my emotions to be as calm as possible and to kind of keep my mind focused on the goal versus the things that are not going right. And then yeah, King of Cups too. So maybe it's a matter of, maybe you guys are a couple working on this. If not a couple, then maybe it's just calling for both of you guys, or calling genuinely for you to really lean in on emotional intelligence and to really ground yourself and not allow what is happening or the circumstances to kind of shake you. Both the king and queen popping out are very strong indications of having mastered or needing to embody the energy of having mastered your emotions and having mastered your intuition. I wouldn't say having mastered your intuition, but maybe also trusting your intuition to kind of get you to where what you want. Like a lot of times we can feel when something's off, especially if like we're building something or we're trying to make something, we can kind of like feel like, okay, this is not exactly it. So trust that little inkling and trust that nudge that will kind of get you to where you got to get to. It's like it's always that little voice in the back that's quiet and calm that will push us towards where we want to be. But peace and blessings, and I hope you guys have a great day.